welcome. This event is being hosted by Rural Tax Solutions and Carter and Camille Consulting. And we want to thank Royal Divine Media for here at the St. John's School Museum, which was the original St. John's School. Pioneers of our community were educated here and really shaped the way that they showed up in the world. So we want to give thanks. Tonight we want to shine the spotlight. We know that there are, everybody is campaigning, right? And so tonight we actually have two people that are running. So we are excited to host Ms. Courtney Jones. And as I said, we do have another guest as well, Commissioner Darrell Thomas, who represents Precinct 4, which is where we're in right now. So I'm going to give him a few moments before.
Every year we have what the Progressive Club. So when I talked to the Progressive Club, I found someone that I wanted to read the proclamation in honor of, and for all her outstanding work and all the things that you do. This proclamation tonight will be going to Stephanie Carter for all she do. So we have to call her County. Stephanie is a past member of the scholarship.
And I'm going to be Stephanie the Progressive Club.
County Commission.
Thank you. How can communities better engage in civil participation?
Serving in different capacities within your community. I think small businesses are so important because, again, we're feeding back into our ecosystem with small businesses. I think that small businesses do also need a lot more support from the government. I think that they need to have, equal tax breaks as these large entities.
Again, that comes down to understanding. So as a tax professional, but if you truly don't understand what you're doing, even when you form your business, most people say, I went to a CPA, I went to my attorney. They're good at compliance. They did what you asked them to do, but did they break down exactly what you are supposed to do or can do as being a small business owner? If you are taxing yourself, you set up your LLC, okay, that means you registered with the Secretary of State. That's fantastic. If you make that election to be taxed as an S Corp, you formed your LLC, you registered with the state, now you're being elected to taxation as an S Corp or a C Corp. If you make that election, now you get to play in the big field. So you do have the opportunity to take full advantage of those tax breaks that the larger corporations do, because the tax code, the IRM, is not created for wage earners. It is created for businesses. So when you are doing this side hustle, this money under the table, you are doing yourselves a disservice because you just removed all of your ability to make those deductions.
I think it's very important for communities to provide public education in regards to these things. As I've been talking to constituents in the community that are business owners, a lot of them are business owners, and they're saying it's their family that is supporting the business. They're not even understanding the tax breaks that they could get as business owners because they're just trying to stay afloat with their family. I think when we talk about being civically engaged, it's also on the government to come in to engage, not just the community to engage. It's important to understand the culture of spaces because every space is different. How you engage with your local judge is different than how you engage with your city council person. And how you engage with city council is different than how you engage with your state rep, because they only have certain amount of authority. I learned a long time ago that the power is in the law. The power is in the law. And if we as individuals in our community is upset about the things that are happening to us, we have to change the law. And the only way that we can do that is to get every single person in District 21, from rural to metropolitan, from young to old, from Black to Hispanic to Asian. We have to understand the complexity, and we have to understand our power. We are at a time right now that we feel so defeated. We feel like our lived experience does not matter when it does, but we're stronger together than we are separate.
In District 21, can you tell me the area that covers?
Yes, ma'am. So District 21 covers 16 counties, and it goes all the way from South Austin to Laredo. And so this area falls within District 21. And that's a really great question, because a lot of times people don't understand what district they're in or what counties are in the district. And so we have Hayes County, Bexar County, and some of the counties are partial. They're not fully covered in the district as well
Because of the house now.
because of the gerrymandering. What do you want to see in a candidate? What is it that you are expecting from your state rep?
Nobody wants to be a secret, certainly not a whole community. Who doesn't want what's going on that's affecting our community not heard?
We don't have the resources that we need in our home communities. That's very disheartening. But if we don't speak up and say no more, it will continue to be the way that it is.
Speaking up for rights, one of the things that bothered me, like in the past few years, is reproductive rights being taken away. What's your take
And
on
for
that?
someone else to make decisions and talk about it, I think it's important for all voices to be heard, because our lives are not as rigid as the laws are. And so we have to have some flexibility, because not everybody's experience is the same experience. And right now, unfortunately, with some of our laws, it's very black and white.
Thank you. But before I close us out, so what next would you like to?
The legacy that I want to leave, people feel heard, seen, respected, honored, and that they don't have to feel like they're just surviving. And we've created a community of justice. That is the legacy that I want to leave behind, is that we can do this together, that it is not a top-down approach.